Well, we've made the decision to get rid of this truck right here. We didn't use it none last year. Not gonna need it this year, but my grandpa bought this new, and I got a cousin buying it, so it's staying in the family. Well, it's going to its new home. He's gonna haul gravel and dirt and stuff with it. So today and yesterday's project is we're doing some work to my cousin's disc, and this is not mine, so I don't want somebody asking where it's at in a future video. But this is my cousin's 585 Case International 1989 model. A little over 1,500 hours, and that's actual hours. It's only been rained on twice, and that was the other day when he brought it over here. He drove it a mile, so it didn't get much rain on it, but it's a nice little unit. So what we're doing is we put new blades on the back here, and I've got to do some welding to the weight bars, reinforcing. I got to fix a bearing on that gang and replace a blade on this one. So just a little project. I had time to do it, make a little money. We'll make him a little money. So today's Monday the 29th. It's been 2 weeks since I've carried y'all out to look at some beans. So not really putting on any pods yet. There's some little ones right there. Putting on some blooms. There's another little pod. Thought maybe. And yes, we've been getting quite a bit of rain. So I look for the beans to do pretty good this year. So we're just out riding around looking at some, may look at some corn. Just kind of giving you an update. We've been busy in the shop. Probably in the next video show you a project I've been working on. So like I said, this is the first planted beans, and we'll look at some last planted and some of that. And these are my beans after wheat. They've just been sprayed one time. Look and see how clean they are. A little bit of wheat down there coming up, but and out here in the thin spots. But these things really took off growing. So June the 14th is when these were planted. They knee high, over knee high, and they're blooming. These was group 4-4s. They've got more pods starting to form in my 4/8 that was planted probably a month before. So getting rain at the right time, and I just got out of the cold truck, and this humidity, my glasses are fogging up. So let's go look at something else. So I'm out here in the last planted corn. I mean, it's not even head high. So when it was planted, it probably didn't get no rain until it started trying to tassel. It's getting plenty now. So I'm curious what a ear looks like. Don't feel too big. I'm gonna cut it off and shuck it. And it looks, there's a worm. And it looks about as big as the rest of our corn, maybe a little bit smaller. That's and don't get excited over that two ears. That other one ain't gonna make nothing, and it's taken away from this ear. But looks to be pretty average out here in this. So yeah, it's barely head high on me. Well, it starts with F and ends in K. Fire truck. If you've been with me for a while, you've seen this thing sitting in the shop. It hadn't ran several years. So we were cleaning out the shop about a week ago, moving stuff out. Got the old red truck we sold. So I told Dad he just needed to do something with this, sell it or something. So his plans are to get rid of all this. May make a grain truck out of it, or may make a truck just to pull loads, goosenecks and stuff. So I think you just need to sell it. So I thought I'd share that with you. Like I said, been staying busy, but it's just stuff that I don't need to stick on YouTube. I mean, putting brakes on my truck and stuff like that. Said I'd always keep it a farm channel. And we've been getting into politics, which is where we're going now. So, been I think about 2 weeks since I put out a video. A lot of crap's went on since then. The opening of the Olympics, I didn't watch that. I've seen pictures, heard stories, so I can't say what really happened. But my understanding is they were making fun of the Last Supper, and some people says it ain't. But I've seen where Christians are defending that. And or so-called Christians. It's the whole drag queen and kids involved. That's just not right. So I'm sure all these people's opinions would be different if they were all in blackface instead of drag queens. That's as far as I'm gonna go on that. Something else is, we all know Sleepy Joe, he got COVID and he dropped out of the race. So right now it looks like Kamala Harris, and not picked a running mate yet, but I keep hearing Pete Buttigieg or Buttigieg or whatever he's called. So I've been watching a lot of political YouTube here lately, and so there's been people out on the streets asking people what they think of Kamala, what they think of Trump. And it's kind of scary when somebody says, oh, well, don't know much about her, but it would be nice to have a black president, or have not a black president, a woman president, or have a black woman as president, and a homosexual for her running mate. that would be fine and dandy if they were good good candidates, but they're not. I mean, they got where they're at because being a woman, being black, being gay, and it seems like instead of these real issues we have in our country, it's more about being appeasing the minorities and pulling the race card, pulling the gay card, pulling the woman card. And I think we really need to be looking at the future of our country, because the last person we had, I mean, we went to crap. So I've said it before, I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat. I try to keep an open mind, and I'm not real big fan of Trump as a person, but he was one hell of a president, and that's where we need to go. That's where we need to go, back to Trump. So and if you don't like what I say, quit watching me. So my rant's over with. Like I said, we've been blessed with rain last couple of weeks. Went from dry to wet. From wet to dry to wet. So thanks for watching. God bless you. Do a little bit of research before you vote for somebody. Let's get rid of this mentality of I vote Republican, I vote Democrat. Oh, if I vote for a Republican, my dad would and great-granddad would roll over in their grave. Let's get rid of that mentality. And we'll catch you on the next one.